Sound? Can you guys hear me? Hear static, no sound. That's weird.
Is the audio fine?
No, I have my Bluetooth turned off. Good now. Oh wait, got a 1. Okay, we're good. I turned off the Bluetooth. It might have been trying to connect. That's not gonna help us.
Either the car's not on.
Weird. Sounds good now. Cool. Thanks, guys. Buffering? Really? Good grief. All good. Okay, cool. Thanks, guys. Just waiting. M. Moore. Just reading name tags. I only can see one. Picture's good, audio's good. Right on. Hey, friends. Buffering could be on their end. Oh, yeah, that's true. Okay. Ken's in here. I'm not buffering. Some people are, though. Such a big, ominous building.
I think it's relatively new. They have an older courthouse somewhere down the road.
Yeah. Yeah, it came up when I was looking up the address.
Yeah.
This is the Rockingham County Justice Center and the courthouse side. Oh. Film the police Minneapolis says hi. Ooh, what's up? Let me tell you they said hi.
Hey, what's up? Just waiting on the train to come.
Yeah. My camera shakes.
Help that you're scared and about the situation.
Yeah. Does this mean he'll not be? Oh. Does this mean he'll not be going into court and get an FTA?
No, I'm trying to make the best effort to present at the court. We'll find out if they actually allow me. Or if they refuse me. I'm here, acting in good faith.
Yep.
Find out if they actually honor the American Disabilities Act and equal access, or if they bar equal access and prevent me from making my court time.
Can you tell me what time it is? I asked him what time it is, so I can't tell right now without messing with myself. Oh, yes! Ha, I lied, I can't tell. Hold on. 11:51. Guy in a black shirt just came out the door, checking his watch. Guy in a black shirt came out the door. I think he's got guns on him too. I can't see though. So.
Did he say he's gonna be there?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. No. Cause like, well, he needs to come in. He needs to meet you at the door.
Yeah, so you meet right here, right?
Yeah, right between these, at these middle door.
Okay.
Because I gestured and made sure I was talking about the right place. But maybe that's a good sign. Maybe he's talking in positive words. Oh, thanks, guys. Told me time. I forgot I was wearing a watch.
You can ask
There's I can ask the sheriff.
Yeah, whoever first, whoever.
Yeah, he's in the shade spot. Smart guy. Have you? He said we could stand in the shade spot.
Can you describe him? Like, right?
Oh.
He's gonna ask him describe what he looks like, but I have no idea what he looks like.
He's a tall guy. He's got kind of curly hair, briefcase. I think he's wearing a tie. Glasses.
But not like in the last 15 minutes right now. Yeah, he said he meet me here 10 till. Do you know if there's what the next session is? If it's noon?
What time's the next session? What time's the next court session?
Oh, okay. So maybe.
They go to lunch right at 12, and they'll be, or a little bit after 12.
Oh.
They'll be about 2.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So, and they'll be here about 2:45.
I don't know if that was a miscommunication or what.
I don't know.
All right.
Like I said, I just saw them walk through the door, and I was
Earlier
today.
earlier today.
All right.
If it's the person that you're describing.
Yeah, it's like
That's
tall.
tall and
Yeah.
longer
Like,
yeah.
a little curl at the bottom, but not on top. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I like his hair. I like his hair. I'm a terrible describer of people.
A major temperature difference just right here.
Yeah, from the sunny spot just to here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you have?
Yeah.
What up, everybody? They asked if I had bail money, just in case. Oh, there's a little mockingbird. I'm leaning against this column. I'm going to help hold it up. Time check is 11:55.
Whole brand. Yeah.
I didn't see what kind of car he has.
Huh?
I didn't see what kind of car he has.
Voicemail. Hey Graham, it's Mike. I'm at the entrance to the courthouse, waiting to meet up with you like you asked. Please give me a call back. can try to check in and figure out what's going on with that. Wait to hear back from Graham.
Okay, before the,
If he's not, yeah, I don't know, because I don't know what the...
to the right one.
Okay.
Alright,
Yeah, I don't know what the deadline is for anything.
right, to your left, there's two people sitting at a table just in front of you. Oh, to the right a little bit.
Her name is Nelson.
Make sure I don't get her paper on my thing.
Yeah, I have a hired attorney already.
Okay. Normally I'd have you fill this out, Mr. Nelson. Is that something you're able to do?
What is it?
It's a waiver of court-appointed attorney.
No, I can't read to verify what that is.
Okay. Do you have somebody here to help you?
She can if I need her to do something, but I currently don't want to waive any rights.
Well, unfortunately, you have to make that particular decision today. If I can show you what the form is, I'm going to set it up with you, and the judge can go over it with you. If your wife would like to look at it.
I can't see it. Do you have an acceptable format?
As in, do you have one that's in Braille?
Or anything in a digital format that I can use my screen reader to read?
Yes.
No? And I request that you make that modification for me, so that it kind of gives me the reasonable accommodation modification for the communication.
The judge will be able to do that by going over each part of the form with you and then asking you specifically the questions on this particular form. And then he will go over it with you. Alright?
What's on my expected inside?
We can pick you up right now since you're asking to waive court-appointed attorney and you're going to hire your own attorney. We can go through all that paperwork now.
No, I'm not asking to waive anything. I want to retain all rights. I don't want to waive any rights.
And that's not really how it works. And if you have a problem with that, you can also address that with the judge when you're inside.
Okay. Who are you?
One of the DAs.
Okay. What's your name?
Not important.
Okay. So I don't have the right to know who I'm talking with?
I don't know. Do you?
Are you wearing a name tag?
Take this on up with him. Now, let me ask you, we're not allowing anybody to go up in the courtroom unless they need special assistance or they are underage.
Okay.
Do you need somebody to assist you?
As long as I can use my assistive devices, then no. Because I made a request yesterday to Vicky.
And it depends on what are your assistive devices.
I'm sorry.
What are your assistive devices?
My cane, my phone, my camera, my scarf, my hat, my audio recorder. I've got batteries for all these devices in case they die.
Your hat?
Yeah.
We have a policy that's been in effect for some time. We do not allow cameras or other recording devices into the courthouse. I believe they have modified that policy recently. If you can make a formal request.
I did so yesterday with Vicky.
And do you have a written order from the judge allowing you to be able to bypass those regulations?
No, it's Title II of the Americans with Disabilities Act, federal law that says that I can make that request, and for you guys to deny it has to be a director, which would be the administrative level. I'm assuming a judge has to put it in writing of why you can't accommodate or modify due to being an undue burden. And I haven't received such notice, so I'm assuming you're going to honor disability rights today.
Graham's coming up behind you.
Not handling any of your civil claims. You'll have to handle that through the civil department. I can only tell you what our regulations are.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, Mr. Hall, how are you?
Good. My client? What's going on?
Just trying to clarify if you're going to allow me access to the court today with my assistive devices or not. And I haven't got an answer yet.
I explained that all of his other devices will be fine, but that regulations do not allow recording devices into the courthouse without a written judgment. I will have his waiver ready to go up and have him addressed in the court if he's ready to go.
Say that again, I couldn't hear you.
He got his waiver ready to go to be addressed in front of the court. Your team's ready to go.
Okay. Let me talk to him about that, the waiver thing. There's one down here?
Yep.
Okay, thank you for that.
Yeah, no problem.
And like 1, 2, 3, 4,
All right, let's...
5 armed guys
Yeah, I'm
watching.
prepared to go. I just, I'm not waiving any rights, so I'm not gonna go in without my assistive devices. If you guys don't want to allow me equal access to the court, that's your decision to refuse me access. But I'm here acting in good faith to go before the judge. But if you're determining that I can't do that, you're not allowing me access, that's your decision, not mine. Just want to be clear for the record.
All right, so I'm going to go in and I'll address it with the judge.
She's nodding, yes.
They will have to stay outside. They're not allowed to bring in their cameras.
Okay.
If they choose to not bring in their cameras, they will of course be allowed.
Right, thank you.
Okay.
So, all right, thanks.
All right.
Go back to our shady spot.
So y'all going to hang back here?
You guys here or back in the car? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't feel safe standing here, so.
I'll wait back there.
Okay, thanks.
Pointed back toward the parking lot. I'm gonna let you guys look in the back. There's a shade. Yeah, there's shade to the right, but it's close, or you can go farther out.
Yeah, let's go out in the trees where it's nice and shady.
Sounds good to me. The
Yeah.
grass.
Yeah.
It's amazing the temperature difference between the pavement and the grass, just all by itself. That was a lot of guys out there, for real. There is a lot of guys. There are, whatever. There's lots of people, it's fun. There's one standing back behind you, actually. Keep an eye on him. Earlier. Mm-hmm.
She didn't want to give her name. She said she works for the DA, or she is from the DA. She didn't want to give her name. Like how?
Yeah, well, that's why I tried to ask if she had a name tag on, because they were wearing
Yeah.
lanyards, and if she's refusing to identify
Right.
herself, she had it hidden behind the table, too.
Yeah.
We are still live, because I don't think it's a good idea to turn it on.
Yeah. I agree.
Hey, friends, we got 262. By not allowing him to have his assistive devices, would that not be a violation of the ADA? That absolutely is a violation of
That's
the
the
ADA.
point. Like, it's,
I'm gonna flip it
they
to you.
don't, yeah, they don't care about violating the Constitution. They don't care about violating federal or state law, because there's, just like the ADA is the federal law for non-discrimination, against people with disabilities. A lot of states have that mirrored, just like a lot of federal laws have, mirrored state codes. There's one for North Carolina as well. Not only that, but the North Carolina administration of the court has policies and procedures for making requests for reasonable modification. And you can find that on their website, NCAOC, I think, NorthCarolinaCourts.gov or whatever it is. And their policy and procedure just says you have to make your request before your court date. It doesn't specify in writing or 30 days. There's no time frame, because the ADA doesn't specify that. And so we did that. We called yesterday. We talked to the ADA coordinator, Vicki, and expressly made the request for reasonable modification for my assistive devices. And she refused to process the request. She said something like there's a 30-day thing for here. They have this local policy that doesn't trump the state law, their procedures, or even federal law of the ADA. So they clearly don't care about following any of those laws. They just want to run things how they want to run things here. And justice be damned. So that's, in this case, maybe blind justice be damned. Maybe they're trying to, so Mrs. Justice has been stressing a lot. Thankfully, we have family helping with the kiddos today, so they're not witness to this injustice and not traumatized any more than they have to be.
Just knowing you're out here is stressful for them.
Yeah.
Switch sides with me.
Okay.
I put the camera on the wrong side.
Okay. Yeah, but we didn't feel safe with them at the house because of, judge here wants to issue a warrant, and even though they know I'm right here on the property trying to get access to the court, they could play dirty games and send that out to the local law enforcement agencies, and can have people breaking in our door trying to find me, even though they know I'm right here. So we didn't want the kids anywhere near that, and they're having fun with some family and doing farm stuff right now. But yeah, there you go. You heard it. The DA says no, that's not an option. You have to either choose to waive your rights, like she's insisting that I have to waive rights. Like there's no other option here, or counsel. Like no, I don't
understand that at all.
She wasn't even willing to provide the form in an electronic format so I can review it, and I'm like, no, I can't sign anything unless I can review it. Like I need to be able to validate what I'm putting my name to, and you're not providing any kind of accommodation, and I'm not waiving any rights. So if that's a form to waive rights, I'm not going to sign it. So glad Graham came up. It was good timing.
Yeah.
Because that conversation was hitting its end, like hitting,
the guys all standing around, like they had clearly nothing else to do besides watch what was happening.
I heard the huddle, like
they
were all people
moving
encroaching in, getting ready to.
They
sharks
were
are circling, get ready to pounce.
That one guy went right behind us.
So.
In the sun, too.
Yep, that's where we sit right now. We're still, at the courthouse, trying to get access, trying to handle this, but they're denying me access to the court because of my disability, because I use assistive devices. We understand you have a policy. That's why it's a request to modify your policy. That's the language of the ADA. We're not asking you to provide anything. I have all the devices I need to help me. I'm just asking you to modify your policy and not attack me for trying to utilize what I do on a daily basis to mitigate circumstances for my disability. That's it. It's pretty simple. And so we're waiting to hear what happens. The attorney, he doesn't feel good about this situation. He feels that beforehand when we talked that they might want to turn violent against me, and so he consulted with me, and I told him I'm a man of principle and I'm going to stand on the principles and stand for freedom. If they want to do violence on me because I'm trying to do as they're demanding, because I'm not here on my own free will, I'm here under duress, under coercion, under threats of violence, because if I didn't come here, then they would send people with guns after me. So I'm here because they're threatening violence against me. I want to resolve this matter peacefully. I'm here to try to do that. But if they're not willing to handle this in a peaceful, just manner, and they want to resort to violence again and injustice, then that's what they're going to do, because there's nobody here to stop them from doing that. I'm not going to stop them. I'm not going to offer any resistance. If they want to attack me and hurt me, then they're going to. I'm committed to nonviolence and to peace and to freedom. So I think somebody said they might be trying to come and help, maybe record. But Mrs. Justice is definitely stressed out and scared. So we've already discussed, we don't want her to try to even encroach on any lines that they may erect for anything, because we need her to be well, not incur any more damage than she already has with this stuff, so she can help take care of our kiddos. Going to read anything?
So I said I don't think you're getting a fair trial, something.
Yeah.
I don't think that's possible at the district level.
Yeah.
At this point.
We will find out. In Jeff's case, the man sitting behind the bench calls himself Judge Faircloth in Jeff's case, where he was arrested for filming in a public place. During that hearing for that case, he threatened to arrest a man who was recording outside in a courtyard in a public place. So that's another district court judge. Like, that tells you, what kind of level of justice or bias is prevalent here in North Carolina. Just for that, just a little snapshot. And that's been the case that we've encountered in Guilford County when we've made requests for reasonable modification. We got, in response to that, instead of acceptance or denial, they issued a permit which they can withdraw at any time. Like, rights you can't permit rights, The government tries to do it all the time. That's one of the problems we have in the country. But that's what they try to relegate it to, a permit that they can withdraw at any time, and in that they had sanctions saying, if I step out of line or do something that they don't allow in their permit, then they could fine me and hold me in contempt and all this nonsense. That's in Guilford County. So in every turn, actually, where was it? Where the court actually here in North Carolina?
Asheboro?
Asheboro, what was that? What county is that? Randolph?
Randolph County.
Randolph
guys,
County.
You were tracking that.
Yeah, so Randolph County, they actually reversed that. They initially said no access, and then the second visit, they said, yeah, come on up.
That's right.
Here's the list of stuff that I was asking for. And that's the only place so far.
It proves that
in North Carolina. And that sheriff department, I think, wasn't that the one that removed the blue line flag?
Yep.
So there is, there's some
hope.
Some hope, yeah, some measure of hope. But we just gotta spread that, spread the message of freedom, and hopefully reach the people behind the costumes, the people behind, the badges and the systems of authority, and actually appeal to the humanity and be like, hey, if you really believe the oath you swore to uphold and defend freedoms found in the U.S. Constitution and the state constitution, then please do it. Please act on that. Don't just let it be lip service to the public. Wear that badge as a shield, as it's referred to in some places. Like, let it be a shield, and then let you represent that shield in your actions, and stand up in between those that would attack liberty, those that would attack the Bill of Rights, and stand for freedom. You stand in between the injustices, like the injustice that's going on here. Anybody with a shield on should be like, you know what? Yes, freedom, equal rights. We're not going to stop you from going in. Go in, let your case be heard, and we will defend your rights. That would be them upholding their oath. Same thing with the district attorney. They swear an oath of office. She's not even willing to give her name. That tells you what level of transparency that they want to work with or not work with, not have here in Rockingham County.
I would like to point out, they can't see it, let me see if I can flip it. The drastic difference in the number of guards that are outside. I see one. Y'all?
So it was what, 5 or 6?
Maybe, there might be some behind that pole over there. Sorry guys, I showed you the grass, that wasn't helpful. There's one behind the grass, the pole.
Yeah.
There might be some on the other side of the tree, but yeah, there was you guys saw, I don't know, 6, 7 people. There's a bunch.
Any comments? Just keep an eye out for movement.
But hey guys, chill. You don't have to block people or time people out just because they're being grumpy. They don't have to agree with us. That's fine. They can say what they want. If they're calling for violence, that's when we block them. Or if they're spamming the chat, the same thing over and over again, and it's blocking things up. That's just obnoxious. People can't talk if that's happening, so you can stop that too. But they can call us names and whatever. That's fine. Cool.
All right.
Yes. And then I'm going to read stuff. Thanks. Handing it back to you. Also, if I read comments, keep in mind, I don't have the live view on comments. It's just showing me whatever YouTube shows me. So if I don't read your stuff, don't get mad. Let's see. Oh, and then I got to find stuff to you and not to each other. They only swore an oath to capitalism. Dark Side Watcher Media. Indeed, to protect the status quo and to serve master's interest. Unsubpress. $20 from Concrete Man.
Hey,
Thanks,
thank
man.
you, Concrete Man.
appreciate
a
it.
message with it?
There's not.
Okay.
Just love. That's what I'm hearing anyway. Oh. Let's see. Do you have a copy of the federal rule for ADA to show them?
Not a physical copy. I mean, it's easy to find. It's easy to.
I think some of you guys found it.
Yeah.
Somebody was posting excerpts from it and things.
But you can tell, like, from get-go, she was like, well, we're not going to do civil litigation on disability stuff. Like, right off the bat, she was defensive. She's like, again, begging for a civil suit. She's basically saying, we don't handle this right here. Civil litigation is done somewhere else. So you have to play by our rules here. And if you want to sue us for it later, then do that, you know. And it's like, what? No, how about you just, you're just getting rid of your qualified immunity. You knowingly are violating disability rights. Like, you've been on notice. You've already been on notice, and you just admitted to it. So you don't have qualified immunity now. And you don't want to name your name because you don't want to be named in a suit. Well, we can find out who you are.
That's something that's interesting to me when people claim that they're all in the right, but then, like, these officials, they won't be transparent. I'm like, it's literally your job. And she's wearing a name tag. So again, people who are, can see, could potentially see her name tag, but she was hiding it, so I did not see it. No. I think Noli's pouting because I told him not to time out people. She said, like, poo-poo, pouty, brat face or something.
Yeah.
Took me a minute to figure out what she was talking about.
I did get an email back from Lori, I don't know, I remember her last name, from the administration of the court in North Carolina in Raleigh, regarding complaints on Lee County Courthouse, and just got that today when we went to lunch. Checked that, and so I replied immediately with urgent and told her about this situation. So if you try calling the number for Raleigh for the AOC ADA coordinator, it goes to Lori's voicemail, and I've left her several voicemails. She replied with an email saying, hey, she's not in the office, she's doing, I guess, telecommuting or whatever, and so email is the best way to do complaints with Lori, ADA coordinator in Raleigh for the administration of the courts, North Carolina courts. So I did that. We shot off an urgent email to her during the lunch break and tried to get her to help, give them some insight, help guide them into compliance with the law. And so, I haven't been checking the email because we've been here. So I don't know if she's responded or I know if she's doing anything behind the scenes. But if you guys want, you can probably find her information and email. Or I can switch phones with the missus and she can pull it up for you on my phone.
Yeah, do that.
Can I do that?
Is yours doing something right now? I can pull it up if it'll just
Actually,
buffer.
I'm at
Alright. Some people are asking for recaps. We got 296.
You can go ahead.
I'm not feeling talky. Justice, I called. Oh. Nolly said, Mrs. Justice, I called you that because you said we can call you names. I see. She doesn't time out people. One or two times. Yeah, okay. I didn't think you timed people out. I thought you were just being silly. But either way, you were being silly.
That's Lori's. I'm just regular last name for you guys. Right email address. Okay, it's Lori Cole. Is the AADA coordinator in Raleigh for the North Carolina administration of the court. Lori Cole. Okay, it's Lori C. Cole at nccourts.org.
Lori C. Cole at nccourts.org. Y'all got that? Somebody type that in for me. Mod. You guys are awesome.
Lori C. Cole at nccourts.org. And the number that somebody posted earlier in the chat, the earlier live stream, that's probably the number for her, but like I said, she hasn't been answering her number or voicemail, so email. If you want to send her an email, let her know, hey, this is urgent, please help these people here in Rockingham come in compliance with state and federal law regarding disease and disability.
Makes sense.
You can hopefully get her attention and help these people come into compliance with the law and even their own policies. It's their own policies and procedures. So that's the thing. They have local policies, but we haven't gotten a copy of it that they're claiming, you know. So I would like a copy of it if we can. Somebody wants to try to get that, you can call up here and try to get a copy of that. Can email you a copy of their whatever rule or policy that they're quoting to us. This local policy about requiring a 30-day notice for ADA requests. Okay. Just give me a minute.
ADA request is what you're talking about.
Yeah. But if you guys want to try to get a hold of that, otherwise we can try to get a copy of it, see what they're actually referencing. Because typically in these orders, these judges' orders, they're generally smart enough to put exemptions for the ADA, and the problem is they just don't know what that means. You know, they don't actually follow through and read the ADA because they're banking on there being no enforcement, and that's one of the problems with the ADA is that it hasn't been funded for any kind of enforcement. So it really is on the individual or the public or the employee, like, because it's not just Title II. Title II is with the government entities, the public entities. Title I, I believe it's Title I, is with private entities. So like if you're being discriminated against, you know, at a business, like they won't let you in because you have a guide dog or whatever, or you have employment opportunities that are you're being discriminated against or in the workplace or for getting hired because of disability, then I believe that's Title I of the ADA. So, you good?
Yeah,
Enough? I mean, none of your...
I can hold it again.
Hold it again.
I'll just pop the leg off of my thing a bit bigger. I can fix it.
Oh, no. But since it's not funded for enforcement, it's on you, it's on me, it's on anybody that is just either directly discriminated against or knows of discrimination to call it out and try to correct it. And we tried it at the lowest level, you know, once. Just like if you ever received sexual harassment training, you know, in the workplace, like you're initially told to address the person that you perceive to be the harasser and say, hey, stop, I don't appreciate those advances, that's harassment to me, and you address it, you stop it there at the lowest level. If it continues, you tell the supervisor, and then you keep going up the chain, right? Handle at the lowest level and correct the situation. And a lot of places are supposed to have processes and I think there's a mandate. I think it's 50 employees. You have 50 employees or more, then you're supposed to have a coordinator and a process for complaints. But most places don't. So even if they don't have 50 employees. What's up?
Jeff needs the address. 170 something highway something. That was helpful. NC Highway.
It's the Justice Center.
Yeah, tell them to look up the Justice Center. Because when I looked up Rockingham County Courthouse, it was not the right thing. It's the old building. So you need the Rockingham County Justice Center or Center of Justice or something dramatic where they combine the courthouse with the jail. Because, you know.
No separations of the branches.
Not even pretending.
Right. Between the executive.
Call Jeff. I'm kind of using my phone now, y'all.
I can give a call.
All right.
We can check the comments.
Yeah. Say hi to me.
Call Jeff.
Nolly texted it. Oh, Nolly says she texted it.
Yes.
Mrs. Justice didn't turn over ID. Why would they arrest you? That's crazy. Practice free speech. Yeah, but I did actually give them my ID.
Hey, man. You put in the Justice Center, the Rockingham County Justice Center.
The number of the address is 170.
Yeah, the number, the street address number is 170.
My thoughts are all jumbled.
Okay.
We got him, fam.
All right, bro. Bye.
It's gonna be fun
He
to
said-
say Jeff is here when he's here.
He said Noli sent him the address.
Okay.
Thanks, Noli.
Noli is all over it. She's the Overwatch.
Yeah.
Y'all know
She's the woman in a chair.
Woman in a chair. Is it Green Arrow?
Get that backside support.
Yeah. I love it.
You always gotta have a man or a woman in the chair backing you up. Noli's got everybody's back.
Yeah, she does. Whew, she's busy. Man, there are so many cops.
And yes, I got the irony there, Noli. And I love you. What's that? Cops?
Everywhere. Oh my word. I mean, I realize it's the jails right here, and
Yeah, it's a big money making thing.
yeah,
Ching,
all these
ching.
people are going in and out of the courthouse, and I don't see a guard
Get a
right now.
cash register ching sound like in a little mobile speaker and just stand out and have people.
Every time they walk through.
We could coordinate that like all around the country. All right, guys, this is what you need: a cha-ching sound. You need.
Define cha-ching sound.
We can get a unified like cash register sound, whatever. Like this
Just
is,
send it out.
Yeah, and then have a little speaker, little mobile speaker, not too loud, whatever. And we'll coordinate a day. Everybody goes to the courthouse steps, and anytime somebody enters or leaves the building, play the cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
We could even wear like
cha-ching.
Guy Fawkes masks, so everybody's
Yeah.
got their mask on.
Some unity. Like,
Cha-ching.
so you know, we understand what's going on. Like we talked to
Oh, I missed something. Somebody, stay true to your cause, love your channel. Sandy Stamps gave us a 1999.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks, Sandy.
Appreciate that.
Sorry, I didn't see it right away. That's sweet.
But yeah, we talked to a sweet couple ladies earlier today when we were
Yeah, they're sweet.
here for the 8:30 time. Talked to them, the park next to us, and they were sharing their grief. What's up? You good?
Oh, yeah, okay. I just don't want to share their stuff too much because
Yeah.
actively.
Oh no, yeah. But they were just sharing their grief and equal contempt for the system. So, shout out to you ladies. Thank you for chatting with us today.
Yeah.
They said they
They're
tune into the channel. So.
Yeah. Unsub. Yes, I did see the meme you sent the other day. That's funny.
Is that Jeff?
I heard it. No, that was a motorcycle.
Yeah, it's a chopper. I can hear it now once it's idling. It sounds different.
Sorry. Yeah, that.
Going by, it kind of sounds similar to a diesel.
Remember. Yep. Noli, great work. Yep. Noli,
Been in
great
there a
work.
minute. How much time you got on your?
One moment, please. 12:31.
31. Time's the stream. How many minutes in the stream?
This is 46 minutes. Sometimes it says different than what
Yeah.
they see. I don't know why.
I don't know. He probably went in 15, 20 minutes into our stream.
Yeah. Something like
So
that.
he's been there at least 15 minutes.
Yeah. Here, I'll show the building again in case Jeff needs to know what it looks like. Of course, we got trees, like this big grassy patch. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I'm gonna walk straight left a bit to see if I can see how many guards are out right now. I just think it's ridiculous. Oh, well, there's a tree here. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, see? One? Do you guys see any other ones? Just the one, right? Oh, sorry. Oh, wait, there's one back there. By the little tent on the right side. I don't see any of the ones that were wearing black shirts that were out here. keep showing them the grass. I'm really bad at this camera work nonsense. There we go. 170 North, NC 65, Reedville. Is that right? Yeah, sure. That's right.
Reedville.
Cockroaches hide in the darkness. No way do they want to be seen or called out.
Mm-hmm.
Bigger the light, the harder they hide.
Yeah.
The stuff Beep 68 is doing is kind of like the spam and stuff I'm talking about. Just posting the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over. Looks like it stopped, but I think they only did it 5 times, so we're good. No cause for alarm there.
Can you give that to me for a minute? Will you go
Absolutely.
get my bus clip and the charger?
Yeah. Just thinking you.
If they actually let me in.
Yeah.
Yeah. They should just be connected to it. Howdy. I can't hear you guys because she's not doing the accessible thing. But I can talk to you. I was talking to this justice about, say, if the district court here holds this line, and they want to forcefully take me and drag me in front of the judge and strip me of my disability rights. That's just, yes, I'm going to suffer in the short term. She's going to suffer, in the short term. But in the long term, we're willing to, endure some suffering for freedom. We're willing to, even if they take this to trial, and for whatever reason the judge, convicts, we're going to appeal it and continue until, if we have to go all the way up to the Supreme Court, then there would be the Supreme Court precedent, or even if it goes to a higher court, appeals court, appellate court precedent for disability rights and equal access into the courts. And so if they have that, then it can open up for equal access for everybody. But again, they don't follow federal law and state law anyway, so why would they follow precedents, court precedents, when there are precedents? There's 11th Circuit precedent coming out?
Yeah.
Cool.
Sorry, 11th Circuit precedent.
No, it's all right. We'll just wait.
Show me a step off or stay over with you.
You can pause that.
Okay.
I'll ask Graham.
All right.
If he wants to do.
I'll just sit here then. How about that?
Yeah.
And I can pause it if we need to. Hey, Graham. Doesn't have a lot of pep in his step.
Yeah.
You want me to...
Okay.
Oh, he said successful.
She's got a live going. You want